What is going on, Trash Talkers? We are back with another episode for you. In today's video, we're going to discuss whether Jarvis Landry going to the Saints makes them the best team in the NFC. All that and much more coming your way right now! All right, before we get into today's video, be sure to hit that subscribe button and like the video as it will help us out tremendously. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video. All right, Nick, earlier this weekend, we heard that Jarvis Landry has signed a deal with the New Orleans Saints, becoming the next wide receiver to complement Michael Thomas, who we fully expect to be ready to go for the start of the 2022 NFL season. With Jameis Winston back under center, you have Michael Thomas, you got Jarvis Landry. They also signed Tyrann Mathieu to play safety, a very underrated signing in my opinion. While they did give him a very rich deal, 3 years, $30 million, I think that he is going to be able to provide them with a much needed improvement on the back end of this defense. Nick, do you think that the New Orleans Saints can be regarded as one of the best teams in their division, maybe over the Buccaneers or even in the NFC?
I think the New Orleans Saints have taken great strides over the last week or so to improve this team after having a very solid draft where they got Chris Olave and they got Trevor to replace Terron Armstead, who's now in Miami. I think that this offensive line is exactly what Jameis Winston needs to get going after suffering that bad injury last year. He was solid to start last season. I think he can get right back there, and now he has even better weapons. Michael Thomas, as you said, looks like he'll be back, but he hasn't played in pretty much 2 years, so it's going to be a little bit iffy watching that guy come back and see if he can perform at the same level he did before both of those major injuries. I just don't know if Michael Thomas, who already struggled getting separation, is only known as the slant king, can become that one guy that can do that at the best level. Chris Olave was a great addition, and I think that he's going to be a great offset. His ability to roam over the middle of the field or even go deep, take the top off the defense is great. I think that is definitely going to help them. But getting Jarvis Landry really doesn't make too much sense to me because he does a little bit of what Michael Thomas and Chris Olave do. It seems like the middle of the field is going to be extremely crowded, and I don't know how Dennis Allen is going to scheme up plays to get all three of these guys in open position. Seems like the defense is just going to be running towards the center of the field all game long, and I don't think Jarvis has that ability to extend them deep down the field outside of the hashes when you've only got Chris Olave. Michael Thomas and Jarvis are both sure-handed guys. I just don't know how you can have two of those on the field at the same time and be over a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Los Angeles Rams, who have so much versatility between all their receiving weapons.
I'll tell you how it's going to work so they can all coexist together. Michael Thomas is going to do a lot of the short and intermediate stuff, and vice versa with Jarvis Landry. If one goes short, the other one's going to go intermediate, and vice versa. Chris Olave is simply there to take the top off the defense. He is there to stretch the safeties, make sure they cannot cheat over Michael Thomas or Jarvis Landry, and it is going to open up this offense not only for those three guys, but you're forgetting one massive piece here. Alvin Kamara is still on this team. Alvin Kamara is one of those bad dudes you have to account for. And if you're getting him matched up with a linebacker or a safety that has to play over the top because you have a guy like Chris Olave, you just made this offense so much more dynamic. Adding a guy like Jarvis Landry just improves your ability to run crossers over the middle of the field, get defenders confused, get them to run into each other. There is so much going to be going on this offense. It's going to be very complex, and I fully expect that Jameis Winston's going to dink and dunk his way through the first couple of weeks and then start to get the long ball going later into the season. We're going to see Chris Olave get more and more involved in this offense. I think that this is going to be a progressive style of offense with Alvin Kamara and company, and I fully expect the New Orleans Saints to be in contention with the likes of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. But when you're talking about competing with them and making them as one of the best teams in the NFC South or even the NFC as a whole, I think I have to pump the brakes. I expect them to make the playoffs possibly as a 5, 6, or even 7 seed. But the problem is that they have to go up against the Buccaneers twice. They have a tough schedule against the AFC North and the NFC West. They have to really figure out who they are, and they're going to be battle tested. Don't get me wrong. If they can come out of this season plus 9-8 or above, I believe that they will be on a track to be able to compete for the playoffs. If they come out less than that, I think that this was a massive fail for this franchise.
I mean, I tend to agree with you on that statement, but the real heart of this team really comes with their defense. That's what's held them strong even through the latter stages of Drew Brees' career. It's the defense that has held strong over the last few seasons, and they added some nice weapons. They lost Marcus Williams, but added Marcus Maye and Tyrann Mathieu, as we said earlier. That is a great way that you can improve that secondary that already has Marshawn Lattimore. You've got some young linebackers to pair with your veteran Demario Davis. I think that's incredible. And then Cam Jordan is going to be your anchor on that defensive line, as he has been his entire career. So the defense has guys at all three levels that are going to make improvements and help this defense stay at where it has been. It's really up to Jameis to get this team offensively corrected from where they were a year ago.
I agree 100%. One note I will make is, while he didn't have the greatest plays, Quan Alexander, a veteran presence, not being in the middle of this defense, could hurt them down the stretch. But right now, I believe that they are full throttle with their young linebacking core and their ability to play solid, sound defense under Dennis Allen's tutelage. So I fully expect that the New Orleans Saints are going to come out hot and heavy. They're going to kind of taper off a little bit, and then they're going to ramp it up for the postseason. I think that the New Orleans Saints definitely have gotten better over the course of the offseason, but they still have a lot of work to do in improving their players and possibly their roster. But I want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you think of the New Orleans Saints. Can they compete with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Let us know in the comments down below. All right, well, that's going to be all for now. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. We go live every single day. That'll be all. Peace and love.